by the end of the session, you should be able to send her to her place from about here, put her into a sit, put her into a down and a stay, and then you guys do your thing. So if her stay is really good, then you can cook dinner and she's gonna be in her place, and you never have to touch the leash, you never have to touch her really, you just tell her. And the beauty of the e-collar is once the dog knows all these behaviors off leash, you don't even really need this, she'll just do it.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the coolest dog training channel right here on YouTube. I'm Tom Davis, America's Canine Educator. Today, I'm gonna show you a short video on how I introduce the e-collar or the remote collar collaboratively with a place command or a bed command. Now, on the contrary of what a lot of people think, the e-collar or the remote collar is one of the best advancements we have today in dog training. So I hope this video helps you understand how the remote collar works and how beneficial it could be for you and your dog.
Go to your place. Yes, good place. So now what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna start pushing myself away from the place command, because the ultimate goal is for you guys to be able to send your dog to a place regardless. There's multiple different types of pressure that I'm gonna be giving her, and if you time them all right, the stars will align and she'll get things faster. And that's what takes experience as a handler, and that's all that matters with that, is you just have to practice it as much as you can. So I'm gonna do something really quick. Callie, place. So the e-collar is on. Place. So I'm holding it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so, because you gave her the command.
So place, I hold the remote. Yes, good girl. So she learns, because again at this level, and there's like this crazy ignorance going around of remote collars being similar to shock collars, where that's the same thing of like saying that your vehicle is the same thing as, like, you know, a NASCAR car. It's like, I guess they look the same, but they're nowhere near as the same. And so with her, that was perfect. So what I did is I turned the remote on a low enough level where you guys couldn't feel it on your face, and she felt that. She goes, hey, how do I, what, oh, and then she places and then it shuts off. So she goes, oh, I get it. So if I do what you ask and this thing turns on, as soon as I comply, it shuts off. And that's what we're trying to capture with her, is as soon as she does what you want, so even sit or down or place or come, you hold the e-collar on until she gets into the position and it shuts off. So your timing is unmatched across the board. Like, you can't, there's no handler on the planet that can match that timing as far as pressures go. Because as soon as she does the behavior, the pressure shuts off. It's really cool. And you can do it off leash, which is, you know, awesome. Callie, place. So the e-collar's on. Yes, good place. Just like that. Very easy, very calm. And like I said, it's kind of boring. Like, if I wasn't talking, you guys wouldn't notice all the stuff that I'm doing, but I'm explaining what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, so when you go home, you know how to do it. But that's pretty much what we're doing. Break! So it's a form of escape training. Callie, place. E-collar comes on. I give her body pressure. She walks over. Yes, good girl. It shuts off. Okay, break. Good. Now let's see if she picks it up faster. Callie, place. Yes, good place. Well done. Okay, break. Good. Callie, place. Yes, good place. Well done. No food this time. Break. Good. Callie, go to your place. Pressure's on. As soon as she steps on the place command, it shuts off. Place. Yes, good place. Well done. Good job. Okay, break. And as we progressionally do this, you'll see her get faster at it. It just takes time. It's a learning curve. Because right now she's still trying to figure out, like, what is that? Like, again, it doesn't hurt. Like, I'm holding it right now, and she's just like, right? So I'm associating my commands with this. So the only difference between me using a remote collar and associating new behaviors between this and like a leash is this goes a half a mile, it's waterproof, it can go through walls, it can go through buildings, it can go through glass, it can go through cars. The advantages with this are insane. That's the big advantage. It would be like your old telephone line that you used to pick up on the phone and had to dial like this versus wireless, iPhones, Wi-Fi, etc. Break! Yes, good girl. So I'm gonna do it again. Kelly, go to your place. Pressure's on. Yes, good place. Good. I'm gonna give her a reward for that because that was the fastest she did. And I also didn't give her any body pressure or leash pressure. It was all remote pressure, which is cool. Break! Good. That was so good. Come. Good. So I'm gonna do it again. So again, you guys can see the light when I press it. So when I press it, I wanna show you the timing that I'm doing this. Kelly, place! Yes, good place. Well done. Okay, break. Good. Kelly, place. Yes, good place. So the beauty of this, besides what I've already said, is break. Now when I get further away, I can give her the proper pressure from a distance without actually going there. So now what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start pushing myself away from the place command, because the ultimate goal is for you guys to be able to send your dog to a place regardless. So we're doing two things: teaching the place from a distance, associating the e-collar, and more importantly, her learning how to turn it off. Break. Yes, good place. A lot of timing with my verbals, like rewarding it right when she gets there, but I'm marking the place command as she does it. I'm not saying good Callie, I'm not saying good girl, I'm saying good place, because I want her to associate, when I say place, that's what it is. So I'm annoying her with it. Break her. Callie, break. Yes, good girl. Good. But I'm also delivering her food super fast, because as soon as she gets there, I want to pay her. So it really clicks for her. Callie, go to your place. Well done. Yes. Good. Okay, break. Yes. Good girl. A lot of enthusiasm there. That was perfect. So you see how the gap is getting bigger to be able to send her away, which is cool. Okay, so I have food, I have the e-collar. So remotely, Callie, go to your place. Yes, good girl. Okay, break. Nice. Place. E-collar's on. Give her a little body pressure. Place. Yes, well done. Good girl. Okay, break. Well done. It was a good girl.
No, I like what you're doing with just the verbal commands now and how you keep pushing her.
Yeah, so that's the goal, is to eliminate the leash pressure. And then eventually she'll understand what this means a lot more. Callie, so I'm gonna flash her a little food. We're gonna try another send away. Good. Callie, go to your place. Yes, good place. So I'm pivoting myself. Watch how far I can get her. So when I'm here, when she gets there, I go, yes, good place, ding, mark it, and then I'm also delivering the food right there. So my timing of the reward system is also really on time with this. So all that pressure that I was talking about before, about like good handling skills, of like when she gets there, e-collar shuts off, she gets a verbal ding, 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 that's exciting, and then she gets paid with food, and she's like, okay, this must be it. So it's really capturing that behavior just a lot more precisely and targeted. I'm gonna do this a couple more times. So again, continuous, and then as soon as she gets there, the e-collar shuts off. I'm also making sure I pivot to her and pay her verbally and with food. So all of this is making sense faster. Callie, go to your place. Yes, good place. Good place. Okay, break. Break. Yes, good girl. Sit. Good. Down. Good. Stay. Good. So eventually we're gonna, I call it the circus. Basically we're gonna take everything that we've learned, the place, the sit, the down, the stay, and with the e-collar, we're gonna be able to do that from anywhere all the time. By the end of this session, you should be able to send her to her place from about here, put her into a sit, put her into a down and a stay, and then you guys do your thing. So if her stay is really good, then you can cook dinner and she's gonna be in her place, and you never have to touch the leash, you never have to touch her really, you just tell her. And the beauty of the e-collar is once the dog knows all these behaviors off leash, you don't even really need this, she'll just do it. That's the goal. Like when you're using tools are to help you get to the destination faster, not necessarily depend on them. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you're depending on the tools, then you're not doing it right. It's like if you're bowling, if you always have to put the bumpers out your whole life, then you don't know how to bowl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Okay, break.